project is Maya Color and Design, and we start off with my team's visit to the lake, and my project was inspired through the experience that we had visiting the lake and what we saw at our visit to Lake Atitlan. While we were there, we got to see a variety of products that were being sold around the lake. Mainly, a lot of the products that were sold there were textile related. And every corner that we went, we saw many Mayan-made products sold almost in every town. The moment we got off, we would see many stores selling these products. Not only did we get to see all the products that were being sold there, but we saw how they were being made from the materials that they were using, either maguey or cotton, and how they would spin the cotton and just work with the material. We saw the process of how they prepared the thread, the steps to dyeing the threads. And then we also saw all the women weaving and the multiple steps that they go through to weave, whether backstrap or the foot loom. So we got to see all this and experience all this. We visited many associations. And we also bought many of the products that we saw there. We saw many people buying the products there. So what was the problem with that was that everywhere we went, we saw the same products being sold. Every corner had the same colors, same designs. Even the towns outside of the lake were selling the same products. For instance, the scarf I'm wearing, I bought it in Antigua, Guatemala, which is the place I'm showing the image, and it's outside of Lake Atitlan. And I bought it there thinking that I wasn't going to see it anywhere else, and then as we kept on walking, I kept on seeing it there. We went to Lake Atitlan, and I saw it there as well. The issue with that was there was a huge overflow of women trying to sell the same products. There were multiple women, and they were all trying to sell the same products to you. That dropped the monetary value of the products that they were selling, and the women were making almost zero profit. And as you can see, Sarah there is being, a lot of women are on top of her trying to sell, like, they're all selling the same scarf, the same clothes, everything. So I thought, how can we help these women to increase the value of the products that they're selling? So before coming up with a strategy, we looked at the past mistakes that have been made, designers that have introduced new products to the Mayan weavers, and the weavers would not continue producing these products. So why did they fail was, one, because the weavers would not relate to the products that were being introduced to them, and or the materials weren't available around. Like, they would introduce clips or other sorts of materials that weren't sold around the lake, so the women couldn't obtain them. So if we were to, like, designers were to introduce a laptop bag, they couldn't get the materials for them, or they don't know what a laptop is. So how do they sell this idea, or how do they continue producing this when they don't have the experience with it? So my strategy for this was Maya Color and Design, and what it is a workshop, and it's an introduction to basic color and theory design. Pretty much what we're learning here, but in a more simple way for them to understand. It would be one or more designers working with these women for them to use their own creativity, and it's a different solution for them to come up with their own products. With the workshops, there would be the Maya Color and Design Guide, which would include everything that is being shown there, which is, it would talk about the color. It would also have like an interactive color wheel so that women could use and start thinking about that. They could often like change for the complementary colors. It would also explain in a very simple way for women who maybe couldn't attend the workshop, and just keep it very simple so that they would understand what it's about, how they can see color around them, as well as like the different ways that we view color with depending on the colors that you put together. Also, we don't want to lose the cultural aspect. So how can they view color that's significant in their culture, and apply a story to it as well to their products, and how they can kind of start viewing colors that are in their surroundings, and they can also apply that. And because we don't want to lose the cultural aspect, is talking about the, let's say, Mayan symbols, or things that are very of their own culture, so they can apply these to their products. And it also has that cultural aspect to it, and it's added value through story. And then another aspect that I wanted to have was these women have these balls of threads and of beads that they use, and how they can like put it together so that they can start thinking of like what matches with what, with the beads. They can have everything separated with the textiles and start combining and seeing what works and what doesn't work. So it's just a new approach for these women. The objective of this is for the women to actually not rely on designers, to be self-sufficient, and for them to feel empowered that they're using their own creativity to create their own products. And it gives more options for the tourists who are there to buy their product. Thank you.